So you flew back on a plane and you had, you said an Opie experience.
Well, going out there I did.
Oh, going out there, okay.
It was, I get out, it was 1:45 flight out of JFK American. And, you know, they take good care of me. They fly me first, which is very nice. And so I'm sitting there in seat 2, whatever it was the aisle seat. And there's a lot of open seats. And a bunch of pilots get on. And they're all like across from me in the 2A and B or whatever are 2 Saudi women or Arabic women. And then there's a bunch of pilots getting on who are like Arabic pilots. There was like literally 8 of them got on.
Oh, boy.
So I don't know if they fly the royal family, but they were all in American on first. I saw one of them get on. He had like Arabic writing on his.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Did that, make you, did that make you a little nervous?
Nah, you know
Arabic
what?
pilots?
Mohammed Atta.
They were too old to be like jihadists. They were like chubby guys. These are guys that enjoy a good meal. They didn't look like fucking overtly religious guys. No, they didn't make me nervous. I was just annoyed that all these open seats were being filled by stupid pilots.
Yeah.
I wanted movie stars.
Right.
You always hope for the movie stars in first class, especially going back and forth to L.A.
I hope it and I dread it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sometimes want no movie stars.
You'd obsess.
Yeah. But then the seat next to me was wide open.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like...
you know what? I already know what the Opie experience is.
Oh, no.
I'll bet you somebody's getting on this plane.
Last minute.
Yep. And fucking, as with doors closing, on walks Nicolas Cage.
Whoa, Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
It's sitting right next to you.
Right next to
For the whole
me.
flight out.
So he sits down.
I know the Opie experience already. It's an Obama moment.
Oh, no.
Well, he sits down, and I'm like, you know, Nick, I know you guys have had, I wasn't here when he was in.
He was great.
I know.
We had a lot of fun with him.
But I have never met him. And he's a fucking movie star. Nicolas Cage is a fucking movie star.
Say what you want.
Can't deny it.
He is.
So he sits next to me, and I'm like, hey man, how you doing? And he goes up, hi.
That's very good, Jimmy.
It was a very,
Holy shit.
It was a very abrupt.
Yeah.
In that hi, here's what I realized.
Okay.
He will respond when spoken to. He does not wish to talk.
Yes.
He's very used to people attempting to make conversation with him, and he is very good at shutting it down.
Right.
But I didn't dislike him in that moment at all, because I understood that this guy...
Did you hear in that moment? I heard it.
Well, I mean, in that moment of this realization...
Okay.
You should just have talked about Face Off the entire flight.
Well, I said to him...
Oh, my God.
I'm like, well, he doesn't know who I am.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, I got some fucking... You got some heat. So I said, no, just a few things to talk about.
Oh, boy.
So I said, I realized quickly that when he just said hi, this was an abrupt... It was basically his way of going hello and shut the fuck up.
And shut the fuck up. I know I'm me.
Yeah.
You know I'm me.
I know
shut
you
the
want
fuck
to talk
up.
to me.
Right, but, you know...
You don't want to talk to you.
You want to... You want a story to tell your friends.
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of it.
So I said... I'm like, I immediately think, all right, you got to bond quick.
Oh, boy.
So I said, you were on the radio show I'm on. And he goes, huh? Yeah. And I said,
Oh, my God. He does a great Nicolas Cage now. I'm totally picking up the vibe.
I do a good disinterested Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Because that's the only one I've experienced.
Oh, my God.
And I said, yeah, I'm like, but I realized immediately he didn't want to hear anything. He didn't give a fuck. But again, it's a weird, like, it wasn't, this guy's an asshole. I didn't feel like he was I've met a lot of assholes, and I didn't feel like he was one.
Are you getting a feeling?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting a little douchey feeling
No,
here,
but
Jimmy.
I understand these things. So I said,
You got some creds.
Oh, boy.
but I know when someone, like, I understand not wanting to be, like, he didn't want to be bothered.
Were you hoping he said, like, hey, I saw your comedy show. Yeah, it was great.
I pretty much, of course.
Oh, that would have been
But
great,
you know,
right? And then you could have gone, yeah. Like you didn't want to be bothered?
Yeah. But he goes, huh, yeah. And I go, I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't there that day. And it's the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, God.
And he goes, hey, how are you? And he shakes my hand. And then he just turns away and picks up his script.
Holy
Immediately
shit.
shuts me down.
Yes.
So I knew he might have recognized the name Opie and Anthony show.
Maybe.
But
You realize most of these guys forget us.
But I don't know if it was
As soon
that,
as they leave.
or if he just didn't really register what I was saying, and he just knew he had done the Opie. So he might have thought that I was going, "Hey, you were on my favorite radio show," because he was half listening to me.
Boy.
So it was basically what he might have thought I was saying. "Hey, I enjoyed you on the you were on my favorite radio show, Opie and Anthony."
Right.
And he was like, he didn't want to open the door with just a radio show appearance, so he had a script and a bunch of stuff there.
Hey, what you reading?
Yeah, believe me, I wanted to, but I'm like, we got 5 hours.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jimmy.
This was the first, 5 minutes tops?
Yeah, but I said I got a few bullets in the chamber.
Oh, no. Oh, Jimmy is obsessed with celebrity. So this is putting you and him in a very awkward position.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to make it. I respected his desire to not be bothered.
No, you didn't.
Well,
Oh, my God. He's got 5 hours. Oh, my God.
No, I wasn't bad. I did respect it. I didn't speak to him.
How long did you not speak to him where you realized it's time to use one of my bullets?
I waited a while, man, because I realized that...
To the fucking end of the runway?
Yeah, we backed out of the gate. And then I was like, how did you get your face off? No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't say. I'm like, leave him alone. He doesn't want to be bothered. He looked like he might have been tired. He didn't seem hungover. He just seemed tired. Like, I don't know. And maybe he's going in to shoot a scene he wasn't supposed to be shooting. Who knows? I mean,
Sure.
So I didn't want to fucking annoy the guy. So we're up in the air. We're flying, and I'm like, I really want to talk to Nicolas Cage.
Oh, God. Do you know how obsessed Jimmy was this entire flight? Is like,
you can't even think of anything else.
He's right next to me.
And your mind is working, going, how am I going to break this?
You couldn't think of anything else, could you?
No, but I'll tell you about I was so into not bothering him that he and I were sitting, like he was the window, I was the aisle, and then there's a big middle seat in the aisle, and then to the left of that, there's window and aisle. So right in front of us is a monitor, and then in front of the aisle middle seat, there's also a monitor. And I was so not wanting to be like looking towards him. I actually looked inconveniently to the left, up at the monitor, just to be purposefully looking away, so he wouldn't feel my looking at him energy.
Well then, Jimmy, why didn't you get up and sit in the seat where you would have been right in front of the middle seat monitor, and then you wouldn't have been next to Nicolas Cage to...
Well, you can't do that because there was somebody in that seat. It was occupied.
Oh, I thought it was an empty seat.
No, they were all full. There was a pilot actually in that seat. So I figured, here's what I'll do. Maybe Nick will want to talk to me. So I said, what I'll do is this. You got a couple of bullets in the chamber. I'm like...
Oh, my God, this is so douchey.
No. I knew I had a question for him.
Of course you did.
But I said, let me try a couple things first. So I open up my laptop, and I know that I have a picture of me and Ali on my laptop. So I'm like, hopefully he'll notice that and go, where'd you meet him? I'm like, maybe that's what will happen. You never know.
This is little Jimmy. Yes, this is young Jimmy.
That's
and
why
one
this
of
has to be animated.
His stories,
the show has to be animated.
Where he imagines things.
But I opened the laptop, and nothing. Boots up, proper, no question.
But can he see the laptop easily?
Were you turning it a little?
No, I actually. This is what a fucking. This is what a
premeditated shit.
I know.
This is what a phony I am. I angled it in a way where it wasn't. It was only open, instead of being open 100%, it was open 70%. Almost like, I didn't want to showcase the picture, but I did.
But
oh my God!
And you thought that out in your head as well.
Of course I did. And then I lifted it up. And
this is how serial killers think, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But I think in these moments, most people think this way. I just became embarrassed by my thought process. I think most people have these weird thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's like you block it out because it's humiliating.
Yeah.
Here it is.
So do you have any more bullets in your chamber?
I did.
So the Ali thing didn't work?
No, not at all.
How long? Wait, before you move on.
Fucking right by him.
Before you move on, how long was the Ali picture up?
Well, it's on my. It's literally just my laptop picture. It's me sitting next to Ali. It's a great shot.
But I mean, how long did you just have it kind of sort of on display?
A few seconds again, because it opens up clear, and then you know how your desktop, your computer screen opens, and then whatever your background picture is showcased alone.
Of course.
And then 3 seconds, 5 seconds later.
All your things.
Yeah, but it was still a good picture.
And the other question: did he ever look? At this point, has he looked back over to you at all for any reason?
I don't know. He had his sunglasses on. But I'll say this.
not make eye contact.
Of course. But when...
did he not want any part of talking?
But whenever the
to
flight...
anybody, not just Jim.
No. But whenever the flight attendant came over, he was extremely courteous.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying he wasn't a dick. Like, he was extremely courteous, and... you know, like the guy would give him something, or he was, you know, can I get you a water? Okay, thank you very much. Like he was just extraordinarily polite.
Yeah.
Like so he was again. I didn't get any kind of a dick vibe, and I can't say someone's a dick just because they don't want to talk.
Well, of course not.
So I have to respect that.
We're gonna find out why he's a dick for real, though, in a minute.
Well, no,
Could you imagine, Jimmy,
Yes.
a huge Jim Norton fan sitting next to you for 5
Yes.
hours, just fucking trying to start a conversation? You're just like, maybe you want to sleep, you want to do something, you're busy, you're reading something.
Yes.
And just someone, and you'd look over and you would know that he's trying to figure out a way to break the ice with you. But he knew.
Break the ice is a good way to put it. But I didn't.
Oh, shit.
But I didn't. But I did. I know I've been in that position, although not nearly,
Oh,
you know,
boy.
not 1 millionth
so
the
douchey.
amount of times he has been.
Yeah.
But I've had those moments, so I
Yes.
know what it's like. So again, I did respect it, though. I didn't talk to him for a while. I said nothing to him. And then I opened the computer screen, and I'm watching. We have a documentary we got called 237. It's a documentary where these guys break down The Shining as a...
I watched it last night. It's fucking mental.
Yeah, I agree.
I
What do you
don't
mean
know
it's
what
mental?
the fuck they were going for there.
Oh, okay.
Was it a joke? Were they going for
Oh,
like
I think they meant it.
these crazy people?
It's guys breaking down what Kubrick was really saying in The Shining.
And none of them got it right. I
No.
mean, I can't think that Kubrick, who, by the way, as per this documentary, was in on faking the
moon landing.
film of the moon landing. He actually directed the fake film of the moon landing. And The Shining is his way of letting everyone know that that's what he did. So he put little secret things in there to let everyone know that he actually faked any film you see of the moon landing.
What were some of the fake things in the movie that he snuck in there?
You saw little Danny wearing the Apollo 11 shirt, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, stop.
You weren't buying it?
Not as much as I bought the fact that Stanley Kubrick in The Shining was directly telling people about the Holocaust.
Or the Native American
Or the plight of the Native American slaughter.
Why did these guys come up with this idea?
I don't know.
Where does this come from?
A couple of things they said that I thought maybe it was a wink from Kubrick.
I'm sure these guys do a little wink here and there, but...
Yeah, because Kubrick was too particular and too meticulous to be coincidental with certain things.
Yeah, certain things.
Like there was a weird thing, like when they first walk into the freezer, and there's this whatever the product was. What's it called?
Yeah,
but it's an American Indian thing. There was a few American Indian things, and they're like it was so purposefully displayed. Kubrick was saying something here. All right, in the beginning you could maybe, but then when you see things that just happen, and you see them, it's very quickly they're reaching.
Yeah, they were
literally
so reaching.
3 things in, they're reaching.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that woman talking about the Minotaur
that was
on the
nonsense.
fucking thing. It's like, you are a fucking idiot.
That's not a skiing poster. That's a Minotaur. No, it's a
What?
skiing poster.
A Minotaur.
Yeah, she took set design way too literally.
Right.
There was a couple of moments that were really fucking scary, though, like creepy. Like when they were saying the walk around, when they were showing Jack the walk around, and they said when he walks into Stuart Ullman's office and they sits down and they're looking out this beautiful window, they're like, that window can't be there. It's in the middle of the hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
And that creeped me out. I'm like, what a creepy...
That was weird.
There's probably a couple things that Kubrick did on purpose that were just creepy. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Or maybe it was just this is a movie set and these little inconsistencies happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
But that at least went in line with the film. It was horrifying.
Char.
So I didn't get as far into that as Anthony did. I've watched maybe out of the 90. How long is it?
I was going to turn it off.
Yeah,
and then I was just like, the remote's all the way over there. Fuck it. I was so I watched the whole thing, but it didn't get any better.
Jimmy
There
couldn't
wasn't any
watch-
big surprises.
And Jimmy couldn't watch the whole movie because he had some things to take care of.
Yep.
Well,
Things need to be done.
I was already into it, so I said, let me watch some more of this because it was they were showing like little pieces of The Shining, and they were showing pieces of The Shining, and then they would show other movie clips and them talking about it.
There was other like Kubrick movies. They were showing Eyes
Yeah.
Wide Shut and
Yes.
shit like that. Yeah.
So it was these weird things in The Shining they were showing. So I'm like, you know what? I'll watch this for a while because Nick might look over and wonder, what is that you're watching? Because it was such an
he
interesting
wouldn't.
thing.
And that's the only reason you put this on, right?
Yeah, I was like, he might look over and go, what is that? He's watching.
He wouldn't.
Oh, you up? You're correct.
You're just you're just the guy watching something on a plane.
And this is your second bullet. the Muhammad Ali picture was the first bullet, the second bullet.
No, it's my third bullet. The
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony
right.
show mentioned was the first
Right,
one.
that's the first
But
one.
you're thinking, all right, I got this movie. It might
Yeah,
spark
he
an
might
interest.
think it's.
Okay.
He might think it's.
Oh, boy.
He might think it's interesting, but probably he had seen it because.
You should have put on, like, Leaving Las Vegas.
No, I couldn't do anything. Believe me, if I thought it would help, but I'm like, I can't.
Tilt it towards him and kind of look like,
And just go,
eh?